Okay, it's time to answer a couple of personal questions that are non-theological, but apparently some people are interested in them. Here's the first one, and that is, what is my favorite color and why? And this isn't a thing I actually think about too often. I had to reflect on it, and I guess I have to give you two answers. One is my favorite color more or less to look at, and the other one is my favorite color to wear. I actually like black a lot to wear. Look at it, I'm wearing black shirt, black jacket. I got a black hat, although it's pretty beat up right now. But I just like it. I think it looks good on me, and so it's got a nice, crisp, kind of solid feel to it. Something about it that's appealing. It's always hard to answer why anyone likes anything, because their answers always amount to, well, because they like it, you know. So you kind of go in a circle. There's a primitive aspect of the things that you like. I don't know, it just tastes good or looks good or whatever. So I like to wear black, or white for that matter, but maybe white isn't a color. It's the absence of color. In any event, I like black. I like to look at like a dark green though, or even a dark maroon, but dark green, like a hunter green or something like that. It just has a rich or earthy tone to me, and once again, I just like it. Here's another question that's maybe a little bit more germane to what we do, and that is, how did I get first interested in apologetics? It actually happened quite naturally, for me at least. When I first became a Christian in 1973, it was in West Los Angeles area near Westwood, where UCLA was at, and so I started just walking through Westwood in the evenings, where a lot of young people would gather, and it was kind of a hot spot, and get something to eat and meet people and stuff. And there were all kinds of folks kind of peddling their spiritual wares on the street during that time. And you had Hare Krishnas, and you had different cult groups, and you had New Age groups, and all kinds of folks that were doing their thing. And now I'm a new follower of Christ, and so it was very easy to engage people in conversation. And I just found myself naturally not only talking to people about my own convictions, but then trying to think of reasons why they should believe like I believe. So that's apologetics. It was a very natural thing for me. I didn't even know what apologetics was. I just knew that I was being challenged about my convictions, and that it was fair to give responses, since before I was a Christian I challenged Christians, and I wanted responses, and I don't recall getting good rationales for Christianity. So here in this particular case, it was natural for me to try to fill that gap and maybe step up and give answers. Now, I don't know that my answers were always that good, but I saw the need for it. And since I was engaged and I was thinking about these issues, I then had a hunger for answers, because I needed to pass them on to other people. It wasn't an academic enterprise for me. I wasn't, you know, sitting in my ivory towers thinking about these things. I was mixing it up with people. And I had questions myself that I wanted answered. And it was exposure then to people like, initially, I think Josh McDowell was my very first exposure, and then soon after that, Francis Schaeffer and C.S. Lewis. I realized that there were answers to questions, that you could be a thoughtful Christian from many, many different angles. That is historical apologetics, presuppositional apologetics, classical apologetics, that kind of thing. And that the evidence was really, really strong for Christianity. And of course that even motivated me that much more. And the more that I learned, the more I wanted to pass on to others, not just non-Christians by way of giving them answers, but also to Christians to help them understand why they believe what they believe and be able to give other people answers. And that's how the whole thing kind of progressed for me.